Senior Rotax lining up as follows: Guy Cunnington from Jack Collins, Ethan Martin, Alexander Cull. Some of the front runners up there: George Donald, Reg Hayward, Lucas Ellingham, Tom Pryor, Michael Morgan. A few drivers certainly well worth looking out for there. A bit further down, Reese Lomax in there, Jack Spencer, Norris Balderson, Jonathan Railton a bit further down on row number 12. Amongst others with Sean Rashid from Adam White on row number 11. They'll be looking for a strong start from the midfield, much like the juniors, of course. Big group of Rotaxes here, over 260 drivers this weekend here in total for this fourth round of the championship. And a very healthy entry of Rotax. Of course, a lot of the drivers looking to get the race experience going into the British Championships here at Kimbolton. So certainly a lot of race practice going ahead for these drivers as they join this fourth round of the Club Championships here at Kimbolton. Drivers now making their way out onto the circuit for their formation lap in this very important Senior Rotaxes Groups A and C in the entry list, making their way through now for the final heat race. And much like the juniors, this is where it all matters. You've got to get a good finish. Crucially of all, you've got to avoid getting into trouble as well. Any kind of DNF would be disastrous at this stage as you go through the lottery of the repechage races. So it all boils down to this, the final Senior Rotax heat race. Race number 17 of your 32 race programme. Over the line they go. It's a clean start and they all dive down the inside. Guy Cunnington in there. Leaves himself a bit of an opening to take the apex. Very neat driving from the race leader, number 52, Cunnington. They pile through the willows for the first time. And it looks like Ethan Martin has fought through to second place. Could be Jack Collins in there also as well as they make their way through Derek's corner. Going through Dan Weldon corner for the first time, heading towards the TKM straight, and Guy Cunnington with a very good opening corner there. Very bravely took the apex into the first corner to get himself the drive out of that corner with all those chasing carts behind him. So Cunnington leads. Collins Sir Alexander Cull, my apologies, in second place. Ethan Martin, Jack Collins, George Donald in there, Lucas Ellingham, Ryan Ward. Still pile through the first time. Scott Goldsby hitting trouble, losing a few places on that first lap, number 14 at the back of the field, where everyone gets through that first lap okay. There's number 12 in there, that's Jack Collins, currently in fourth place. Keeping the pressure on number 55, Ethan Martin. George Donald close behind in fifth place from Lucas Ellingham, Ryan Ward, Tom Pryor, Reg Hayward and Callum Ingray rounding out the top 10, but we focus here on the number 55 of Ethan Martin. Oh, a little bit further behind, a bit of an overtake going on there for Lucas Ellingham. Ellingham moves up in position, you'll see him there, he's just pointing out to the drivers he wants them to work together now. Just try and catch up with that lead group because Guy Cunnington is pulling away slightly. Alexander Cull not too far behind in second place. Ethan Martin and Jack Collins scrapping it out for third place. Lucas Ellingham though now clear in fifth place. And still very close to the edge of the top 10 with George Donald, Ryan Ward, Reg Hayward, Tom Pryor, Harry Blore, Reese Lomax on the edge of the top 10. Leaders now coming down towards the Kestrel corner into Kimbolton for the first time, and you see the action all the way through the field. The drivers towards the back there fighting away. Got Isaac Reynolds, Scott Goldsby, Joshua Burnett, Joe Fox in there, James Henson, Sam Chapson Lewis in 25th as a technical flag for the number 16 in the midfield there of just in sixth place there, George Donald. So it looks like George Donald is going to be out of the race. A technical flag for him next time round. So that's trouble for him, of course, as he will more than likely have to go through to the repechage if things carry on like that for him. It'll be a DNF for him, a technical flag. So just to explain, of course, if they get it's a black flag with an orange disc, that basically means that there's some sort of fault with their kart that makes it dangerous for other drivers. Usually it's a piece of loose bodywork, might be loose on the cars, which is unfortunate for the black flag driver, but it's just in the interest of safety. So he'll have to retire from the race as things still get very close here with number 17, who went off the track momentarily a moment ago, Ryan Ward, but he recovered okay, the kart's alright and still keeps going. And then that fight for second place, Alexander Cull still charging, Ethan Martin, Jack Collins and Lucas Ellingham right in there. There's the number 21 of Tom Pryor, currently in 7th position as they make their way down the TKM straight towards Kestrel Corner into Kimbolton. And Guy Cunnington continues to lead the way, although Alexander Kull is not too far behind with 3.5 minutes plus 1 lap remaining. Very close for third place though, between Ethan Martin, Jack Collins, Lucas Ellingham and Reg Hayward. The top 10 charging through that Stowe corner. There's Rhys Lomax, number 157, currently in 8th position. From Harry Bloor, James Tester, Ryan Ward in 11th place. Zaki Hussain a little bit further behind in 114. Alexander Adams Acton, number 18, currently in 13th position. And a bit further down, there's 1 or 2 flags going up. There's a warning flag for the 113. That's Joe Fox, currently in 25th place. And there's a driver under investigation as well, number 146, Harry Bloor, currently in 9th position. So the race stewards keeping a close eye on this one. 1 or 2 drivers just being watched at the moment. None of this is going to bother Guy Cunnington though, the race leader, number 13 there. Adam White currently in 14th from Zaki Hussain, Michael Morgan and Callum Engridge. A bit further down, that's the midfield scrap there. And these points in these heat races are all very important as well, as some of these drivers in the midfield just looking to make sure they qualify for the A final. And there's only 1 finals today. There's the A finals for both the junior and the senior Rotaxes. Those who fail, of course, to get into those finals will have to go to the repechage a bit later on in this block. So these midfield positions could be very important indeed here, because every point matters. And what they don't want to be doing is going into the repechage is almost something of a lottery, really. They want to make sure they're guaranteed to get their positions in the A finals, but none of that's going to bother, of course, Guy Cunnington, the race leader. Alexander Kull looking comfortable in second, about 7/10 of a second down as we look at the midfield runners charging through the Dan Weldon corner. These drivers just on the edge of the top 10, the likes of James Tester, Ryan Ward going through. Oh, and trouble there for 171. That's Jonathan Railton, who was in 20th place. Loses traction on Dan Weldon corner into the grass. Fortunately, the grass is a bit drier than it was last time out in March, so at least he can get back onto the track relatively cleanly. And then we see this fight in the midfield. There was in the middle of that number 22, Callum Ingry, going for a move there on Ryan Hedge, Zaki Hussain, Jack Spencer, Rachel Robertson all in there. And back to the leader, who makes his way down the TKM straight. It's Guy Cunnington. 1 minute on the clock, so he'll probably get through 1 more lap before the last lap board goes out. This realistically then is going to be 2 laps to go for Guy Cunnington. Alexander Kull in second place sets the fastest lap of the race, 40.59. The gap just over 1 second between first and second place. There we see on the inset the rest of the top 10 charging down towards the first corner. Driver in trouble on the infield there as the leaders go through. Yellow flags going out. Try and pick up who that is. I think it's Isaac Reynolds, possibly number 61, but we'll have a look in a moment on the lap charts. None of this, of course, is a problem for Cunnington, who leads comfortably at the moment. There's the 31 of Alexander Kull. There's the midfield runners on your inset, still charging away on the edge of the top 10. Ryan Ward, Adam White, Alexander Adams Acton all scrapping away. So 2 laps to go now for Guy Cunnington. And as we say, of course, fastest lap of the race for Alexander Kull, but at the moment Cunnington, the race leader, is matching the run-up for pace. Ryan Hedge getting a warning flag just on the edge of the top 15. Driver 118 in the middle of that midfield tussle. So I think that's Isaac Reynolds, the driver that's in trouble on the infield. Driver okay, but evidently the kart is out of the race. Meanwhile, into the final corner goes the number 52 of Guy Cunnington, who has led pretty much from lights to flag right now, but he's got to get it over the line for this final lap. At the moment, he's got a bit of a cushion. Alexander Kull, about 1.5 seconds down in second place. Lucas Ellingham in third, number 99. Lucas Ellingham third, Martin, Collins, Pryor, Hayward. Rest of the top 10 still very close indeed. Ethan Martin fending off Jack Collins and Tom Pryor. There they go, making their way through the willows. Meanwhile, the race leader, Guy Cunnington, 52, making his way down TKM straight for the final time. Has a quick glance over the shoulder just to check his progress, and he knows that he's got the cushion here as he makes his way down into the final corner. The battle still going on behind him, but Guy Cunnington taking a strong second race victory. It's going to be Alexander Kull in second, and the very impressive Lucas Ellingham fighting through to a strong third place there. Ethan Martin fourth, Jack Collins, Tom Pryor, Reg Hayward, Harry Bloor, Ryan Ward and James Tesker rounding up the top 10.